It is the moment Valentino Dixon's family and friends have been waiting nearly 3 decades for. His release from prison following his conviction for a crime he didn't commit. Dixon was wrongfully convicted of a triple shooting that killed 1 person and injured 2 others.
That happened 27 years ago near a Louis Hot Dogs restaurant at Bailey in East Ellevin in August of 1991. A man by the name of Lamar Scott has now confessed to that crime, pleading guilty to manslaughter and assault in Erie County Court this morning. Erie County District Attorney John Flynn says because of newly discovered evidence, there was no longer proof beyond a reasonable doubt that Dixon committed the shooting. So today, he consented to an order to vacate the murder, attempted murder, and assault convictions against the 48-year-old.
Mr. Dixon is not an innocent man. Don't be misguided in that at all, okay? Mr. Dixon is innocent of the shooting and of the murder for what he was found guilty of. But Mr. Dixon brought the gun to the fight.
And that weapons charge was not dropped, but Dixon has already served enough time to cover that conviction. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Ed Riley has more on today's emotional reunion between Dixon and his family.
It was a moment the Dixon family had spent 27 years waiting for. Valentino Dixon, known as Tino, was released from jail and walked out a free man.
Well, this is the greatest feeling in the world.
His mother could hardly describe her feelings.
I'm just overwhelmed.
His brother was overcome with emotion.
It's just been a long time. We was kids when it happened.
Tino's daughter, who was only 4 months old when her father went to jail, said she had never given up hope.
It's going to give us the opportunity to have a new life.
And students and professors from Georgetown University's Prisons and Justice Initiative had spent years helping Dixon with legal advice.
The message is that our criminal justice system is deeply flawed. It makes mistakes all the time.
Dixon said after years in jail for a murder he did not commit, he will now dedicate himself to helping others.
Because if you don't have any money in this system, it's hard to get justice because the system is not equipped or designed to give a poor person a fair trial.
While serving time in Attica, Dixon developed a national reputation for drawing golf courses and was featured in golfing magazines.
He's a gifted painter, and now the world can be able to see that.
But while Dixon had 3 of his 4 convictions vacated related to the murder of Toriano Jackson and the shooting of 2 others in 1991, Erie County District Attorney John Flynn said Dixon is not innocent because he was the one who provided the illegal gun to Lamar Scott, who pleaded guilty today to the murder and shootings.
If Mr. Dixon would have said 27 years ago, all right, I didn't do the shooting here, Lamar Scott did the shooting, but I brought the gun, and Lamar Scott used my gun for the shooting, like I said, we wouldn't be here today.
Dixon thanked Lamar Scott for owning up to the crime and said he now plans to spend time with his family. After 27 years of being apart, the Dixon family's first order of business was to have a meal together. And the family headed off for reservations at a local restaurant. In Buffalo, Ed Riley, 7 Eyewitness News.
Now to the